Hello, and welcome to the Office of the State Engineers tutorials on how to complete our forms. This tutorial is to clarify what is needed for you to file a change of ownership form for a well drilled under Statute 7212-1 NMSA, otherwise referred to as a domestic permit, and also to provide instruction on how to complete the form and file it with the Office of the State Engineer. Although these are referred to as domestic wells, these can also be permitted for multiple homes, livestock, drinking and sanitary use in conjunction with a commercial operation, or any combination of those uses. Statute 72-1-2.1 NMSA 1978 states, in the event of any changes of ownerships of a water right, whether by sale, gift, or any other type of conveyance, affecting the title to a water right that has been permitted or licensed by the state engineer, has been declared with the state engineer, or has been adjudicated, and is evidenced by a subfile order, partial, final decree, or any other court order, the new owner of the water right shall file a change of ownership form with the state engineer. The form shall include all of the information conforming with the water right of record filed with the state engineer, and shall be accompanied by a copy of the warranty deed or other instrument of conveyance. The new owner shall record a copy of the change of ownership form filed with the state engineer with clerk of the county in which the water right will be located. The filing shall be public notice of the existence and contents of the instruments so recorded from the time of recording with the county clerk. Wells that were drilled before the state engineer had declared the underground basin, and wells that supply water for irrigation may require additional information, including a complete chain of title back to the owner of record or copies of plats showing the lot splits in order to complete the change of ownership. To begin, first, inspect your well to see if there is a well ID tag, such as this one, which has been strapped to the well casing. This ID number can be queried to find the corresponding well number or point of diversion and the water right file number from a database portal called New Mexico Water Rights Reporting System, which is accessible from the OSE website. Our website is ose.state.nm.us. At the top of the screen, you'll see a link that says Water Rights Lookup. That will take you to the New Mexico Water Rights Reporting System. If you click on Step 5 and enter into Select a Report Point of Diversion Well ID tag, you can then close that window and open up the Well ID tag and enter in the number off of the ID tag and click View Pod Report. The report that comes back will give you the information, including the water right file number and the pod number for the water right that you have been transferred. If you click on that, you can also see the permit and the well log that goes along with that, and all of the location information and the name of the owner of record. Now, if your well has not yet been tagged, you may have to look it up by the name of the person that you bought it from. Going back to the New Mexico Water Rights Reporting System, under Select a Report, click Water Rights Summary. In this screen, you can look up a water right if you already know the file number. You just drop down the menu and put in the basin number. In the next field, put in the number, and then put in the suffix. Click Water Right Summary, and then that will bring back a report on that well. If you do not know the water right file number, you may search the name of the person that you purchased the property from and look it up under the owner name. If this fails to bring anything back, because sometimes people, even though they're required to, fail to report on a change of ownership whenever it occurs, you may have to go back into the chain of title and continue searching names of previous owners until you find the person who is the owner of record. If that still fails to locate you a water right number and a file number, go back to the screen with the water rights lookup and click on the OSE Pod Location Map. This is an online map application that is accessible from the website, and it allows you to search by address, by location, or by owner name. As a caveat, older data may be difficult to research. Statute still only requires the location of a well to be described to the nearest 40 acres. The agency has required a more precise location from both the applicant and also a GPS location by the well driller whenever they complete a new well. But once you have located the well number and the corresponding water right file number, you will be able to see the owner of record. Then you're ready to complete the form. Going back to the main homepage of the Office of the State Engineer's website, again at the top of the screen, there is a link that says Forms and Applications. If you click on that, and then the forms that are available for download are groundwater, surface water, and others. So click on Groundwater Filing Forms. The first form that comes up is WR-02D for a change of ownership for a 7212-1 permit for domestic and livestock wells. As you can see, the filing fee is $2. Click on that form and you can save this form, or you can complete it and then save it. At the top of the screen, you will notice that there are boxes that you will check off to complete whether you are individual, a trustee, from an estate, pueblos, tribes, nations, corporations, partnerships, limited liability companies, or a governmental entity. In box 1, you will complete the name of the seller. You will also include any subsequent owner names between you and the owner of record. In box 1A, you will put the owner of record file number. This is the file number that you will be transferring. If this file number has also a court order that goes along with it, you will enter in the subfile number and the cause number in boxes 1B and 1C. In box 2, this is where you list the new owners, the names as they're listed on the instrument of conveyance. If there are more than 2 names, as there are only 2 spaces available here, click on this box here and attach a separate piece of paper with the names of the other owners to be listed on the change of ownership. In box 3, you will list the purpose of use that is listed in the OSC record. And then enter in the permitted amount of water that's conveyed by the transfer of the ownership. If there are uses of the well that are not listed in the original permit, you may file a form WR01 to change the purpose of the well, which may require additional metering. In box 4, list all the well information, including additional wells that are supplemental to the original well. In box 5, check here if multiple houses are served by this well. You will also need to update the list of lots that are being served and the owner's contact information. Box 6 on page 2 allows you to enter in any statements or explanations regarding the well or this change of ownership. You will sign for an individual at the top, or any other of the types of entities will use the corporation line. You are now ready to submit the form. This form must be submitted in triplicate. This will allow one form to remain on the shelf in the office, one original form to be returned to you as the filer to be recorded at the county clerk's office, and a third copy to be sent to Imaging and State Archives. These will be submitted to the appropriate district office with a filing fee of $2 per filing. If you are unsure which district office you must file with, please check the map that is available on our website. Well, that concludes the tutorial for filing a change of ownership for a domestic well. If you have any further questions, you can contact one of your local district offices. And thank you for sticking around and watching the video. Thanks.